Morning, good morning. Man, why the camera got my head cut off? What's going on, Clark? Look, I'm just like, I can't with you, man.
See, I'm used to you sitting there early.
Yeah,
You
know what? I
sitting
can't.
there
I can't with
looking
you.
through your notes, and I could,
Yeah, whatever.
okay. That's a lie I tell today.
Look, good morning, good morning. What's happening, family? Welcome to the show. It is Michelle Bryant here at WNOV 860 AM, 106.5 FM. You are listening to Say Something Real. And yes, I just was harassing my colleague. So let me say good morning to the bros in the studio. What's happening, Mr. Rideout? How you doing today, sir?
Well, woman, today is another day.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
It's most definitely another day.
How was your show
Oh,
for
my
Valentine's
God.
Day?
The show was incredible.
Was that's a lot of excitement going
Hey,
on.
listen here.
It was good.
Oh, it was great.
And this was at
Cooperage.
okay.
Cooperage. Everybody did well. Audie, Joe Jordan, TJ, and myself. It was crazy. It was.
Packed,
Oh yeah.
wall to wall,
Yeah, wall to wall.
window to
standing
window.
room only, to the windows, to the wall. Yeah.
Well, good. So that means your money should be looking right.
Well, for
which means my gift should be looking right.
I got a gift for
Because
you.
you know I said Happy Valentine's Day.
I got a gift for you.
You know I made sure to send you a Happy Valentine's Day.
I saw that I was wrong.
Yeah, because I heard the little sorry conversation. I think it was on Friday?
Yeah.
What about the men?
Yeah,
I was waiting for
Yeah.
Michelle because I wanted to say
Yeah.
what the brothers should expect. I
Yeah.
said if you go back and rewind the tape, I started the show by saying, unfortunately, bros, y'all tend to be the biggest culprits
Mm.
of waiting to the last minute
Mm.
to get gifts. So I did look out for y'all,
Mm.
but y'all be trifling. I already said we handle our business, women, on the front end.
Yeah.
But I heard all the little whining going on, a little call
Yeah,
did.
we felt some kind of way.
I wanted to say something.
Yeah, we felt some kind of way.
Whatever. But I just want to say I did get a picture of brothers standing in line at Pandora before the store opened.
Really?
It was, I swear to God.
Really?
I swear to God, somebody who worked at the mall was at the mall and sent me the picture like, look at this.
They ain't lying. They ain't lying.
And brothers was in line at Pandora, I think on Friday morning. So I so appreciated the bros who wasn't out here basket shopping on the sidewalk. I appreciate y'all. Good morning to everybody that's checking in. Good morning. Good morning to my folks on Facebook, YouTube. So Jay, we'll talk about it since your money looking right.
Hey.
I'm trying to see what I want.
Go to the strip club.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm finna go with that. All the Holy Ghost filled saints that's dancing on stage.
Hey, we're not gonna believe them too. Let me go check in on my boy Clark Kent.
Who you with?
I'm with you in them kicks, boy. There's some nice little kicks you got on this morning.
Thank you.
Laid out, matching your fit, real nice. Don't look like Debo stuff. We ain't got to question if it's real or not.
Make a great meal.
we don't have to question the authenticity of the Nike. Oh, hey, Debo.
Ike, what up, Ike? What up?
He just walked in on me so smooth. I thought he was way in the back. Good morning, Mr. DeBow. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, so let me just start off by saying this. It was a lot that went on this weekend. I know a number of people had an opportunity to attend the homegoing service for Brother Nate Luckett. Because of some other stuff I had going on, I wasn't able to attend. I did see the service that was held on Friday night. The singing, ridiculous. Yes, the musical, crazy. But I'm gonna just say, like, it was enough roses at that funeral to pay for my grandson to go to college. Like that display.
Now, what I should have did instead of going to buy some roses, I should have went to the funeral.
That's why Devo went. That's why Devo
and
went.
just waited till the end of when they say.
Devo said, "Look, you see him come around the corner, talking about thumbs up, dude. They wouldn't have missed him.
Hey, no,
they wouldn't have missed him.
Because you know the.
Oh my God,
at the
Michelle had to buy every rose in the city
Available.
of Milwaukee.
That's why
Like, bros, if they didn't get their arrangements that Thursday, you was out. Because when I say, and you know, I'm still enamored in the way she did, the Pitts Mortuary did, a new Pitts Mortuary did Keon's funeral. It was absolutely beautiful. And so I'm like, you know, it's gonna be hard to kind of, man. I saw that display of the roses. It was sick.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
That spread was amazing. Yeah, I mean, I was looking at that like, wow.
And it literally was a who's who in this city. Everybody and their daddy was there, which you knew would be.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm just glad that everybody showed up to support this sister, to make sure that she had you know, what she needed in terms of a community around her and her family as they sent this brother on. So that went on, and then it was something else I was gonna bring up. Oh, I went to go hear our colleague Keith Parrish preach yesterday.
How did he do?
Over at Zion Hill. The message was timely. The mess, you know, and it was interesting. And I got the program in my purse because I was taking notes. And he actually gonna call me out to I know she gonna be taking notes. And I held up my pen and my paper in the service. But the message was, you can be angry, but stay on your square. And you know how many times it took me back when you be talking to people and you got into it, and folks be like, they're trying to knock you off your square, fam. Don't let them do that. So his message was poignant and timely. And I mean, you know, I had several well-placed amens. Go ahead, tell that, say that in the course of his sermon. And I'll talk more about that tomorrow because I got guests coming in this morning that are going to occupy probably about an hour of the show today. So what we are going to do this morning is something that we don't get to do often. But we have the folks coming in from the Housing Authority who are in the process of their executive search for the new secretary of the Housing Authority. And so they are down to 4 candidates. And those 4 candidates are going to be joining us over the course of the next 2 days so that the public has an opportunity to hear from these folks, see them. For folks that are, you know, tuned in via YouTube and Facebook. It is one of those rare gifts, if you will, where you get to stay in the comfort of your home, but be exposed to the process and the questions, and get to hear the responses from the folks that one of which, you know, may very well go on to lead the Housing Authority here in Milwaukee. We know that we have had some challenges and that it has been a rough ride, if you will, for the department, the agency. And so we are at a point now where they are in the final, you know, leg of figuring this whole thing out. And so I just want people to know that that's going to be happening on air this morning. You'll hear from 2 of the candidates today. You'll hear from another 2 tomorrow. Let me go to the phone line. Hey, caller, what's happening? Hello.
Hey, Sister Darren O.V., good morning. It's Ray Matthews.
Ray, what's happening?
I meant to call, you know, but it was a late Valentine's Day. So you know, Michelle, you know, you're the greatest, the most exquisite lady, you understand, in radio history. Can you do that? Can you buy that? And what the monkey say when he got his tail cut off? It won't be long now. And I'm way back. And
He said, what did the monkey say when he got his tail cut off? It won't be long now.
You gotta love it.
I'm still at it.
You gotta love it. You know what? Quite frankly, with the stuff that you say, it sounded like it was something you gave to him.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna just say okay. I'm gonna say okay. Let me get the next caller. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning. Good morning. How you doing this morning, Angela?
I'm doing great. God is good. Thank you for waking me up this morning. I can't ask for a better day.
Hey, now that's how you supposed to sound. Good.
Yes, ma'am. How are you doing this morning?
No complaints. None whatsoever.
Okay. Good morning, Clark Kent. Who you with?
You fool.
That's all right. That's all right. Player. Y'all shine. Right out. How was your gig?
It was dope. It was super dope.
Okay, that's great. That's great. I'm glad. Did you take your shirt off like D'Angelo?
Yeah, man. I got
Was your oil back?
How
Yeah, man, I was
does
oiled
it
up
feel?
and everything, man. When they rushed the stage, man, they had to roll me up out the ceiling, man. They had to get me up out of there, man.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
I done told you.
You
I done told you. They better keep their hands off now. You're tripping. You're smoking.
Did you say they rushed the stage?
Yeah,
They rushed the stage, man. They had to get me up out of there, man.
If I had been there, there wouldn't have been none of that.
Angela, you know.
Yes. But I'm glad you had a great gig and everything went well for you.
Thank you.
Hello, Debo. If you're in the room. But you all have a blessed week, and I'm calling in to say good morning.
Thank you, Angela.
All right.
So stupid. Girl, it's only you.
Come on now.
Felt that thing. Have it your way. And if you won't, you can decide.
Come on, boy. Woo.
And if you have me, I can provide, baby, everything that you desire, baby. When you get that feeling, oh, I'm done. I ain't getting paid.
Hey, I'm just saying. When she said it, that's all that came to mind.
It was crazy.
Oh my God. Woo. Okay. All right, family. I don't have time to be playing with y'all this morning. I have serious business to get to. I have serious business to get to. But Jay, yeah, that check should be looking nice because you was doing that. You was doing that. You was doing that.
It was heavy. It was heavy. I'm telling you, it was heavy.
Oh my God, you're so crazy. Let me go to the phone line. Hey, caller, what's happening?
What's going on, player?
Nothing much. What's happening, fam?
Man, don't come at me like that. Happy Vaseline Day, fool.
I'm a little nervous, so
Hey, I heard it was a lot of barbecuing going on this weekend in Milwaukee with the weather.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
I said, man, I know them Negroes is barbecuing when it's 45.
Short song and everything. So
windows cracked and everything.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Hey, my cousin said even the white folks is outside barbecuing.
They barbecue year round. So
hey, no, black folks barbecue year round. White folks have a cookout. We barbecue.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, yeah, it was grills moving for Valentine's Day.
Man, Ray Megan's got to be my favorite caller, though.
Yeah, totally, 100%.
Okay, but when you're gonna go there, everybody, make sure you go to Michelle Bryant Facebook and check out that salt and pepper push it throwback picture she put up the other day. Boy, I tell you, boy, you talking about 357 juicy get loose on that picture there.
You know what? That's why I won't take your call. That's exactly why I won't take your call. You're so raggedy. Is that all you want?
Yeah, but I'm saying that picture was, come on, man. That picture screams 80s and 90s, Michelle.
I
Man,
had a
love that picture,
cross-color
man.
shirt, man.
Man, boy. It was the hairstyle for me.
It was the
fam.
hairstyle. It was definitely the hairstyle. You haven't
Yeah,
seen it?
I said, that is it, and we don't care about present day today.
Look, I'm trying to ignore that it's President's Day. Yeah, today's President. Y'all ain't getting no mail today.
Well, guess what? I work at the hospital, and it don't close, so who cares about President's Day, fam?
Well, you know what?
It don't close.
I just wish we had a real president, but you know, right now it's substitute day. I don't know what day it is, but
man. It's called bitter man day today. bitter man day today.
It's rough. It's rough up in here for real.
That's how I'm gonna call you, let you know about your 357 juicy kid little
Bye. Hang up on him. Hurry up and hang up on him. Man, I got so much grief about that picture. I was like, hey, I came across it, throwback. But that hairstyle was a fool, though. I think I'm gonna wear it like that next week. I'm gonna take my braids down, and I'm gonna rock that next week. Got another caller. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Hey, good morning, Michelle. How are you?
I'm good. How are you this morning?
I'm doing great. Hello to all the people in the studio. This is Mr. Westmoreland.
Yes, sir.
I am calling in this morning to wish my wife and I a happy 47th wedding anniversary.
All right now. That is cool. 47.
Yes, I just want to say to her, thank you for all the commitment that you put into the family and putting up with me all these years.
What's her name, Mr. Westmoreland?
Oh, I forgot that. Connie Westmoreland.
Say it one more.
Connie Westmoreland, I love you and thank you for 47 years.
All right. I love it. Thank you and congratulations. Man, 47?
Man, listen.
It's all respect.
I couldn't even make it 6 months. So. Congratulations, brother.
Yeah, I got a shelf life.
yeah.
I can't. You know, that's why I just bow down. So look, y'all. Yes, I will just quickly say before I get my guests in the studio that today, in fact, is President's Day.
Who?
You looking for the picture? You dirty. Oh, we doing the photo. You know what?
That's what we're doing.
That's all right. Today is, in fact, President's Day. And you know what, Clark? I'm watching you. I'm watching you do the whole thing.
That's not me.
That's Debo.
That's Debo.
Yeah.
Debo dirty. He throw rocks at high.
So today is President's Day, and a lot of people are talking about the fact that as they were thinking about the day, we got the picture up. As we think about we're gonna keep doing it. So, somebody said, I remember we would take the pictures with our hands folded on the chair. President's Day originated in 1885 as a federal holiday dedicated to honoring President George Washington's birthday, which is February 22nd. It was moved to the third Monday in February in 1971 under the Uniform Monday Holiday Act to create convenient 3-day weekends, eventually evolving into honoring Abraham Lincoln and then all U.S. presidents. So it was originally created to honor George Washington, expanded to honor Lincoln, and then eventually everybody was included. A lot of people began to post photos of Barack Obama yesterday. It was like the nation was in mourning and happy at the same time. Barack was at the game, sitting courtside yesterday. All-Star game. Was it All-Star game? Sitting courtside with Mrs. Obama, and I think it was Sasha that was sitting behind him. Child knows she cute. Sitting behind him, and just a beautiful family. They are such a pretty family. And um, you know, me being cool as ever, loose ball, he catches it, and then after he daps up, the player gets the ball back, crosses his leg, and everybody just go crazy when they realize he was in the building. The the applause was off the Richter scale. People so excited because say what you want to, but so many people miss decency, decorum, somebody acting presidential, a good solid family where you actually see love in the room, and not just Melania smiling now because she caught 28 million on that foolishness that Netflix, no, I mean that Jeff Bezos paid for. Uh, so a lot of people were posting, photos. Hey, this is my president right here. And I'm just going to say, I concur that we are in a time where there is nothing dignified about the individual that occupies the White House right now. There is nothing by way of leadership, nothing by way of the fact that you understand that you're supposed to represent the interest of all Americans, not a select few. I had an opportunity to see Governor Wes Moore out of Maryland, who, talked about over the weekend being dissed by Donald Trump in terms of being able to come to the White House with the rest of the leadership of the Governors Association. And, West was being real political. He said some stuff that sounded kind of strong, but he was being, as far as I'm concerned, political in the way he handled it, and he needed to be. But see, somebody just got to call a spade sometime. Like, this is ignorant behavior. It's not just racist behavior. It's just ignorant behavior. There's no way you are the leader of this country and you think it's okay to exclude people because of party affiliation. It's ignorant on so many levels. And so this is a sad President's Day, because so many people in the nation realize we are devoid of a real leader. We are devoid of somebody that we would want our children to emulate. I don't care if you white or black. If you remove the racistness from your DNA and you just tell the truth, you would want your child to emulate Barack Obama. And I remember when it was schools that would not let Barack Obama as the sitting president come to their school because they was on some racist political nonsense. I remember that there were some ignorant people running schools in this country who did not want a sitting president of the United States to come to their school. But you think about everything that this brother is about, and the life that he has modeled, and the way that he has worked to get everything that he has accomplished, he and his wife, and, their parents and grandparents. You think about that. And then you think about what we have now. It's a disgrace. He's a disgrace. The people he's hired are a disgrace. I mean, like, there was a meme on television yesterday that talked about, you have the what is Robert Kennedy, the Secretary of Health and Human Services, who was snorting cocaine off a toilet seat. Like, this is who is the one giving advice about our vaccination schedule and what we should be doing health wise. So I am with everyone who sees today, like, it didn't really hit home, I think, for a lot of people. President's Day is like, whatever. It's a day off, for people who got those kind of jobs. It's a day off. But today, a lot of people were actually forced to think about what it means to be a president and the character that's supposed to go with that. This dude doesn't display any of it, doesn't represent the country well, and in fact has made America not only a laughingstock and an embarrassment, but also someone that people no longer trust. Where it was shaky before, it's real shaky now. It's wobbly now. It's a leg missing on the stool. Has made this a situation where people no longer feel like we can be trusted or that we are an ally. So, happy President's Day. Thank you, Republican Party, and all the black people that helped to put Donald Trump in office. With that, let me take a quick commercial break, and then I will get my guest into the studio. Michelle Bryant, WNOV, 860 AM, 106.5 FM. And yeah, 2028 can't get here quick enough. Be right back. Family, welcome back to the show. So, as I told you when I started the show this morning, we were going to be fortunate enough to have you all be able to sit in, listen in. If you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, be able to actually see two of the four finalists for the position of the Secretary Executive Director for the Housing Authority of the City of Milwaukee. And one of the things that I'd like to do before we get into hearing from these first two candidates is to introduce to the community. Folks already know her, but we gonna just act like it's an introduction. None other than Miss Charlotte Hazlett. What's happening, Charlotte?
And I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Was it-
Jermaine
was it
playing
on?
with the buttons. You good?
Okay, great. So the city of Milwaukee, HACM in short, is currently in the process of selecting its secretary executive director. We've been intentional about creating a hiring process that's transparent and welcoming to the community. A series of forums are being held with residents, employees, civic leaders, as well as community partners. So voices from across Milwaukee can be heard as well as considered. We are grateful to also have this opportunity here with Michelle and WNOV to reach even more neighbors and families who care about the future of housing in our city. We truly want to hear what listeners think about the candidates. Community voice is not an afterthought, which is why we are being very intentional here. It's a meaningful part of this journey, and listeners are invited to share their impressions by using the QR code on the WNOV webpage following this interview. Your feedback helps us see the full picture and keeps the community actively connected to this important decision. While many people may form opinions from what they hear today, I do want to gently note that the HACM Board of Commissioners is the body responsible for making the final decision. Our decision will be based on a complete review of each candidate's skills, experience, references, community input, and direct interviews. So we sincerely appreciate every person who listens, participates, and takes the time to share their thoughts. Your engagement strengthens our process and ultimately strengthens Milwaukee. So thank you, Michelle.
Thank you. So, all right, folks, if you are watching on Facebook, YouTube, you can look up in that right hand corner, I think on most screens, and you'll see the QR code. You get to weigh in, pay attention to the responses, talk about your impressions, information that you think we ought to be considering, and the things that you're hearing. So with that, let's jump right into it because our time is limited this morning. I want to start off by briefly having the candidates introduce themselves and sharing with you all who they are and their experience and qualifications. So if it is okay, I will start with Mr. Jordan. How you doing this morning, Mr. Jordan?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. So I'm gonna have you like glean in just a little bit. Let's see.
Okay.
Are we okay?
Can you hear me?
I'm gonna pull that mic up. Just you can put your folder on top of the mic.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh no.
Just
I
hear
want
me.
no. You can just sit around top of it.
Okay. On top of it.
Yeah, so you'll be able to get it. Hang on. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So yes, my name is Ralph Jordan, and just to let you all know, I'm currently a executive director of the Rural Housing Authority in Aurora, Illinois. I'm a professional executive director who has extensive experience in property management, property maintenance, asset management, and housing choice voucher programs. I'm a dedicated and hardworking professional who can motivate others to perform at their maximum ability by using positive reinforcement, and ambitious and goal-oriented individual who is always looking forward to the future of the organization and one that strives to exceed goals of an organization or a company. Excuse me, I'm a well-trained person that's been in the housing business a long time and able to handle multiple tasks simultaneously. highly competitive, passionate, persuasive, articulate, and able to achieve results others believe in to be impossible.
All right. And where are you from? Where are you based out of?
I'm from Chicago, um, and I've worked in Chicago Housing Authority. Wow, since I don't even want to tell y'all how long,
You
but
better say so.
since in the late '90s, I mean '80s,
Okay.
and moved on from there to an organization called Woodlawn Community Development Corporation, and then Cuyahoga Metropolitan Housing Authority in Cleveland, and then Indianapolis Housing Agency, and then Aurora,
All
Illinois.
right. All right. Dr. Kaiser, good
Yes,
morning.
yes. Good morning, Miss Michelle. Thank you for having us on the show this morning. My name is Birdie Kauser. I am a Milwaukee native. Good morning, Milwaukee. I am super excited to be here. A little bit about my background. Again, I am from Milwaukee. I'm a 53206 individual. I grew up on 26 in Concordia, and I have been working for the last 25 years with homeless veterans. And I just thought this was a great opportunity for me to be looking into my next chapter of my life. And so, with the local nonprofit that I work for the last 25 years, I helped to develop housing opportunities for homeless veterans, also created wraparound services for those individuals, and just kind of help the veterans to reintegrate back into the community. And I'm so glad to bring my experience and my expertise to the table to see how we can help the city of Milwaukee. Thank you.
Thank you. So let me just say this too, and I'm gonna do the best I can to make you both comfortable. Let me just, I'm gonna mess with uh, Mr. Jordan for I'm sorry, Harold for just a second. Be, Mr. Jordan for just a second. I'm looking at two different names. Mr. Jordan, your leadership philosophy, because you didn't want to say how old or how long you have been in the game, but you clearly have had time to develop a leadership philosophy, a vision for how you would run things. And what does that look like in terms of how you would guide the housing authority of the city of Milwaukee, particularly in the current state that we are in?
Oh yes, well, one of the things as I've reviewed all of the situations that the housing authority of
Can you lean in for me a little bit?
the housing authority that Milwaukee has. One of the first things that I would do would review all of the issues that needs to be taken care of first and foremost, and then I'm always going to my main goal is how to help people, and so I will begin to have meetings with residents and find out what situations that they have in their units and things of that nature, and make sure that our maintenance guys and everybody take care of all of our residents. And then I always want to come up with have some type of programs for children as well. So my main goal is to help the residents and their kids and ensure that all of their day-to-day work and the way I don't want nobody to have roaches and mice and things of that nature in their house. I will make sure all that gets repaired. And then if it's something that I find out that needs to be modernized, I will come up with a plan, an annual and 5-year plan for the housing authority to create a modernization or redevelopment of whatever sites that are not in really good shape.
Okay. Dr. Kauser, same question.
Can you just repeat the question again, Michelle?
Sure. Interested in having you talk about your philosophy as it relates to leadership and how you would apply it to guide the housing authority for the city of Milwaukee from its current state, and to get us toward a high performing housing authority.
Absolutely. Thank you. So my leadership philosophy is more collaborative and transformational. I would consider myself to be a servant leader. I think what's key for our community here in Milwaukee is to create programs that's going to assist our residents with moving forward in their life. Living in Section 8 housing should not be a lifelong goal. It should be a stepping stone for these individuals. And so my goal would be to create wraparound services programs that's going to help to educate residents, of course, bringing in our children and making sure that they have programming so that, again, this is not something that they're striving to do for 30, 40 years of their lives. And so I think what's also key is to ensure that we have the right people in the right seats within the organization and the organizational structure. And so again, just making sure that we're looking at, what are the key issues of what's going on and how can we streamline those things to make us look better and to make our residents feel better and be better about themselves.
All right, thank you. And I do see folks are weighing in, folks are texting me. So y'all got folks paying attention. Again, if you want to give feedback, make sure that you are downloading that QR code that's up in the top corner of the screen of the show on YouTube or Facebook so you can weigh in. The committee wants to hear from you. So the next question, this one speaks to performance and accountability. Public housing authorities operate under a strong regulatory oversight. How have you previously managed compliance and accountability while still empowering staff? And Dr. Kauser, I'll start with you first on this one.
Perfect. Yes, thank you for the question. And so again, in my experience working with homeless veterans, of course, the oversight agency was a federal government agency, which was the Veterans Administration. And so the federal government is pretty strict. And so they would oftentimes come in, they would have their announced surveys, which are inspections. They would also have their unannounced surveys or inspections to kind of monitor and see how we're doing with the facilities, the nursing, the social work, the security, all of those things. And so, of course, the federal government tends to always find something. And so what I've been able to do is just work with them to make sure that all areas are performing where they should be. And if for some reason we are not performing where we should be, we had an opportunity to make a correction. And, by utilizing a corrective action plan, and they give us a chance to, make right what was wrong. And again, the goal was just to make sure that our clients, our residents was served at the highest, most to our abilities. And then as it relates to doing all of that with staff, again, just making sure that our staff knew exactly what their duties were, their obligations were, what their functions were, and that they knew how to do what they were supposed to do. So that's my answer.
So let me just ask about that, because that last half of that question in terms of having staff feel empowered. So are those the things that you think that when you talked about them understanding roles and responsibilities, help with them feeling empowered?
Yes, absolutely. So again, supporting our staff, getting them any kind of training that they might need, and ensure that we don't want to ever be workhorses. We want to give people
say what now? Okay.
We want to give individuals
who are you, woman?
We want to give people an opportunity to have family time, right? That's important. And I think a way of us empowering our team.
I'm sorry, let me stop you. Management, are y'all listening? Okay, keep going.
No, Michelle, I don't want to get me kicked out of here now. but making sure that we fit in time for our staff, for our team members, to ensure they can go to those football games, those basketball games for their kids, their children, and just do family things. Self-care is so important. And so just allowing the space for individuals to do that, while also making sure that they have all the sources, the tools and resources they need to be successful in their job.
Okay, thank you. All right, Mr. Jordan, same question, sir. You need me to recap it, or you?
Yes,
okay, I'll
yes,
recap it for you.
Yes.
So we are looking at the area right now of performance and accountability. Public housing authorities operate under a strong regulatory oversight. How have you previously managed compliance and accountability while still empowering staff?
Yeah, so one of the things that whenever I go to a other housing authority or become a director of a department or even the executive director, one of the things that I will begin to do is I will create weekly meetings with every staff member. I will have weekly meetings to really find out if everyone is doing what they're supposed to do on a daily basis. And if I found out that they do not know how to do it, then I will begin the training process for them, as well as even bringing outside organizations in to give them training as well, because that's just kind of how that's one of the main things that we have to start getting done is all of the work done via HUD or the city. You have to get all that stuff done. Um, yes, I've only worked for a few troubled housing authorities,
Okay.
and the last one that I was with, in 9 months, we went from a troubled housing authority to a high performing agency within 9 months.
Well, then speak to that piece of the question about the regulatory oversight. Then, what does that look like?
Well, I'm the person that do the regulatory oversight initially.
Okay.
I'm going to review everything that the housing authority has that's not being done correctly, and then I will be the one to resolve those issues. And if I have to bring in a consultant or somebody like that to provide assistance as well, we'll do that. But for some reason, I've had the ability to be able to review that and get that taken care of with me and the staff. And in a lot of cases, some people say the staffs are not that good. But guess what? In all my years in working in housing, I have not judged staff that they said were not good. And I would and they would be really laughing at me because they said, Ralph, how did you do that? How are they doing well when we thought they were not a good staff members? Well, that's because I will go to them and have those conversations with them and ride up on them and be with them, be around them on a daily basis until we get everything taken care of. And again, as I just mentioned to you before, the main thing is we have to take care of the residents. We have to take care of the residents. And as she just mentioned, definitely have to have programs and things like that for kids, and as well as um, the parents and everything else. So we have to figure all that out as well. But initially, it will be to deal with the staff members and ensure that all of the work that needs to be getting done is getting done correctly for the housing authority.
All right. Well, we are on our first break. When we come back, I'm going to let you know where I'm going with the next question, because this is one that I think a lot of people. I always say when folks think about who's running agencies and divisions, people are always interested in how people see that work. So the question that I'm going to put on the table after the break: what does affordable housing mean to you personally? And why are you interested in leading Milwaukee's housing authority at this moment in time? So think about those two things. Family, we're going to take a quick break. Go to that QR code and give us your feedback. And this is Michelle Bryant here at WNOV 860 AM 106.5 FM. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. So let me just make sure that folks know who are joining us. We are fortunate this morning to have in candidates that are applying for the Secretary Executive Director position with the Housing Authority of the City of Milwaukee. And we are hearing from two of those candidates today. We'll hear from an additional two candidates tomorrow. We have a QR code on our screen if you're looking at YouTube or Facebook, in which you can weigh in, provide comments, feedback on what you are hearing from the two candidates. I know we have some callers on the line. Callers, I have about 5 more questions that I'm going to try to roll through. At the end of those questions is when we'll open up the mics. But I want to just make sure that people understand because, this is a process that we are being as fair about it as possible and making sure we get through the information. So before I went to the break, I talked to you all about 2 things that I was going to ask. The first of all, what does affordable housing mean to you personally? And if it's okay with you, Ralph, I'll start with you.
Oh yes. Well, one of the things that I call public housing affordable housing. I don't judge public housing and so I call all of my sites, I call everything affordable housing. And that's because a lot of people don't understand that all people need affordable housing. It's not just certain people that just need affordable housing. And so, I also would try to upgrade my public housing sites. And but that's my goal is to call all housing affordable housing. And that's what I do.
Okay. Dr. Kauser?
So affordable housing means to me, it means stability. It means opportunity. It is a place for our seniors to have a safe place. It also means an opportunity for education and training. It means just having a choice. So that's what it means to me. For affordable housing means availability. It means stability. It means opportunity.
All right. Well, then the second question that I posed before the break, you all could be anywhere, doing anything. And so the fact that you are interested in leading Milwaukee's housing authority at this time is of interest to a lot of people. So could you please take a second, Dr. Kauser, and talk about why you're interested in leading HACM?
Absolutely. Thank you for the question. I am interested in the role because, again, being a native Milwaukee, I understand people. I want to make sure that we are providing the best housing opportunity for individuals. I understand compliance. I understand the need for having a safe place for our community, for our children to grow up, to thrive in. And so that's basically what it means for me, and ensuring that we have a safe place for community. It's important.
All right. Well, you both have mentioned a lot about residents and the importance and significance of residents. So one of the questions that I would ask you is, what is one change residents would realistically notice in your first year? And Dr. Kauser, I'll start with you.
That's a great question, Michelle. So I think for me, one of the things that they would notice is more executive leadership visibility.
Okay.
I don't want to be an individual that sits behind a desk all hours of the day. I want to be out. I want to talk to the people. I want them to know that I'm a personable person. They can come and talk to me. I'm accessible. And for again, just having the opportunity to have more time with the residents.
All right.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
And so, for me, one of the major things, even though you're an executive director, well, one of the main things that I would do is to create a relationship with all residents, meaning that, as I mentioned, when I have monthly meetings and things of that nature with the residents, I will be there and have an agenda. And if those residents have any situations that need to be resolved, I ensure that they be resolved. And in a lot of cases, just say they had something wrong in their unit. Guess who's going to come knock on their door and come check it out? I'm going to go there with the maintenance guys and check out their problems so that and I can resolve them. The other thing is I'm not going to judge anybody. I can't judge anybody because, as I mentioned before, I'm from public housing myself, so I can't judge anybody. So my whole thing will be to help people. That'll be my main thing. And even though you want to be the executive director and the top person, I'm not gonna stay way at the top. I'm gonna be everywhere down there with the residents, um, reviewing everything that they have to be taken care of. Again, and I'm always gonna try to help their kids as well.
So one of the things in listening to you both, you can hear certain themes when you talk about being directly engaged and involved with the residents. So this next question centers around transparency and accountability to the public. Dr. Kauser, how would you ensure transparency and accountability to the public?
So I think what's important is the pipeline to the community and to the board. Having those reports, having a creative dashboard that I can share with the board, that can be shared with the community of how things are going. What are we looking like as far as turnovers?
So when you say dashboard, for folks that are listening, what does that mean?
So a dashboard is it's a way of, like you have on your car, that's the dashboard, right? And so then you may have a check engine light or all the things like your command center. It's like all the things that could go wrong with your car. Your car is going to let you know. That's going to be your dashboard. Or anything that's not lit up, you're doing okay, right? And so for the housing authority, that dashboard is going to be key for the community and for the board to know how systems are going within the organization. And I think that's how, for me, I would create transparency, not just for sharing it with my higher ups and my leadership team, but also for the residents and for the community. How are we doing in filling our vacant units? So just providing that information. How are we doing with maintenance requests and getting those things done? How long does it take to field a maintenance request and get somebody there to actually do the work and make sure that it's done? So just, again, that creative dashboard is going to be very important and very key.
All right. Same question for
Yes.
you, Mr. Jordan.
Yes.
What do you think about that? How do you ensure transparency and accountability for the public?
Oh yes. So the main thing, I mean, the first thing would be to create a major relationship with the board
Okay.
and report all of the issues or anything that needs to be taken care of the residents or staff members at the housing authority. The other side of it would be to create a relationship with all organizations around our communities and things of that nature, and really again help those kids and their parents in having a relationship with community organizations to provide that assistance to our residents. And again, of course, we have to build a relationship with the mayor and police departments and things of that nature. So yeah, I said other organizations, but your major people with your board is the city of Milwaukee, and definitely the police department. You have, and I've had relationships in all organizations that I've worked for, to the point of having a monthly meeting with the police department, the chief of police, and to make sure that keeps our site safe, and then also have a good relationship with the mayors, which they will invite me to city council meetings and things of that nature. Because when you're doing development or anything that you're getting done at the housing authority, guess who has to approve it? The city council has to approve what you're doing. So you have to build a real good relationship with the city and the mayor as well.
All right. So we are down to the final question that I have for you all. But I know that, Jermaine, do we still have a caller on the line? Okay, so callers, this is now the point. If you would like to get in, you have a question that you'd like to pose, we welcome you to do that. I want to make sure that the community is aware that there is going to be a resident and a community member meeting that is happening tomorrow on February 17th from 6 to 7 p.m. over at the Hillside Family Resource Center, 1452 North 7th Street. So, again, for folks that are listening, I know some people hit me up and said, Michelle, dang, I can't listen to the whole thing. I'm going to make sure that I announce it in the morning when I come on the air. And we have the second round of candidates in, but there will be a resident. And in fact, we have a resident here in the studio with us this morning that is watching the whole process. But a resident and community member meeting Tuesday, February 17th, 6 to 7 p.m. over at Hillside Resource Center, Family Resource Center, and that address 1452 North 7th Street. So this one is a simple one, but I think it's probably huge in the same breath. I talked about leadership philosophy. How would you describe your leadership style in one sentence? Now, I didn't say it could be a long run-on sentence. So, but in one sentence, how would you describe your leadership style? And I will start with you. You look like you deep in thought, Mr. Jordan. So I will start with you, Ralph.
Well, my main thing is
Lean up just a little bit so I can make sure.
my main thought process in all of that is to help people. That is my whole process. Is I will be here or there or anywhere that I'm at to help people, because as we grew up, that's what happened for us. We had mentors, we had people that helped us be successful in life, as what she's mentioned in helping kids. Our parents and my best friend's parents helped us and made sure that we were not being unsuccessful in life. And so my whole thing is, my whole thought process, because of the way they raised us in public housing, even though I don't call it public housing no more. I told you I call it affordable housing. But they helped the majority of us be successful. And that's my goal, is to help families and their children be successful. And that's why I say I'm here to help people.
All right. Dr. Kauser, how would you describe your leadership style in one sentence?
Transformational, also firm but fair.
Okay. So y'all good, because I would have been like, and then they would have had to throw me out the studio. All right. So look, family, let me open it up, see if we got a caller. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Hey, Michelle, good morning again.
Good morning.
Let me turn this now. Okay, now, Mr. Jordan, I have a question for you. You said that you'll be, if you get elected in public housing, that if it be a maintenance problem, you'll be right there on hand with the maintenance individual that's supposed to be fixing the problem. So say if you in a unit that's got like, let's say 32 buildings, 32 apartments. So every time there's a problem, you won't be at hand. So if it's at 2 o'clock in the morning and the plumbing went wrong, you won't get up out your bed to go with that maintenance man to that apartment and see what you can do. You sound like a politician.
All right. Thank you for the call. Let me have Mr. Jordan answer that. Let's go.
Oh yeah. So yes. If you have a problem at your house, or anybody, and I'll just give you some history of mine. When I was in the Cuyahoga Metropolitan Housing Authority in Cleveland, I was the director of property maintenance, and it was in very, very bad shape. And so, but I had over 130 employees, and if a resident had a problem, as you just mentioned, at 2 a.m, guess what? I'm gonna ride up on you and come to your house with the maintenance guys that's gonna come, and that has to be an emergency. and understand that I was trained at the Chicago Housing Authority that if they called us at two as a development manager, if they called us at 2 or 3 in the morning regarding an emergency problem and we didn't answer our phone, they would suspend us the next day. That's how they trained us. And so because of that, and this is in my past history, but as I move forward, my main process, as I just mentioned, is to ensure that residents don't have major emergencies in their units. And I also get my maintenance people to make sure that they're going to come and take care of it. And in housing authorities, you're supposed to have emergency staff members that will come to your house if we have an emergency at 2 in the morning. So we will have that put together for you. And yes, if I get that call, I'm a ride up on you. I'm come to your house and take care of you.
Dr. Kauser, would you like to say anything in relationship to that question that was posed?
Yeah, well, I will not be able to get to every call, but there will be select calls that I probably will, attend to with maintenance staff. But no, I won't be able to get to every last one of them. But again, there will be opportunities for me to do that.
Okay. Got more callers? Let's get someone in. Hey, caller, what's happening? Hello?
Hello, how you doing?
Good. How are you this morning?
Great. This is Michelle?
Yes, it is.
This is Otis from Dry Hooch.
Hey, Otis, how you doing this morning, sir?
Good. I just have one question I wanted to run past the candidates there.
Okay.
And you want to know what the question is?
It would help.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm thinking about, they're talking about transparency and with the police department and with the mayor's office and whatnot. I think a big deal. I mean, one of the biggest things that they could possibly do is just a suggestion to see how they feel about it, is actually have tenant meetings. Now, a lot of times they have tenant meetings like once a month or once every 2 months. I think that should be dictated by the tenant meeting should be dictated by the issues in the units. Like now that's transparency. When we talk about me as a leader going into these units once a week or once every 2 weeks, that's important because now I'm getting feedback directly from the tenant. Big deal. That's a real big deal, I think. I just want to see how they feel about that.
All right, let's put it before. Dr. Kauser, would you like to take that on first?
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, Otis, one of my veteran mentors. Glad to hear him on the radio this morning. So, I think that's very important. One of the things that I did with the veterans organization that I worked with for so very long was have those town hall meetings. And while the veterans, the number that we served was a little bit smaller than the entire housing authority for Milwaukee, we would have weekly town hall meetings. And then for some of the larger buildings with our veterans in there, we would have monthly meetings that I would attend. And we also had a facility for women. And so I would also make it my business to talk to them every week as well, giving them the opportunity to share concerns, complaints, anything that has gone good, anything that needs improvement. So I definitely agree that we would have a place where we can create dialogue between the residents and leadership staff.
All right, Ralph, you want to get in on that?
Oh yeah. So as you mentioned on that monthly meeting, in the agenda would be about maintenance. And I would make sure that the director of maintenance and maintenance staff are at that meeting as well. And at the end of the meeting, if residents have issues with things that's going on in their apartments, they have to come up, and I have a staff member to write up all the information that you're complaining about. And in most cases, that director is going to go there that same day, going to go to your unit that same day to check on it. And then we will make a plan to resolve those issues as soon as possible. So just say if we met on Thursday, Friday, or what have you, they got to be there to fix your stuff. If it's an emergency, they're going to fix your stuff that day or that night. No later than, if it's not an emergency, they're going to be coming by that Monday.
All
We
right.
have a plan like that.
We got another caller. All right, let's get them in. Hey, caller.
Yes.
Yes. You have a question for us?
Yes, someone already picked up the line and told me to hold on.
Okay. But if you have your question, you're on the air.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
I have kind of a two-part question because first I would like to ask Mr. Jordan, what was the reason that he jumped from, city to city as a person in the housing authority? And number two, I hear them talking about families and things like that, and this question is for both of them. But I would like to know what they would do for seniors. I've heard them say families, women, but nothing about seniors.
All right, let's deal with that real quick. All right, so let me just say this, you guys. So we are down to the last few minutes. So be conscientious of that in your responses, please. But the first question was a two-parter. Mr. Jordan, the whole piece about relocating from one agency to another.
Yes. So one of the things, I review all housing authorities across the country that are putting in applications for executive directors. And what I usually do is I review the housing authority, and for some reason, if it's a housing authority that's in real bad shape and I'm really not taking care, I hate to say this and judge people, but are not really taking care of their residents, and their residents are complaining a lot about it, then it's my goal to try to help people, as I mentioned. And so that's one of the reasons why I applied for this job. And this is not the only job that I've applied for. I've applied for 3, just to let you know. And these are all places that have very, very bad situations regarding their residents. And so my whole goal is to try to go to a housing authority to help those people.
Dr. Kauser, just so there's a balance of fairness in these questions, I would pose the same thing to you. I know you said how long you've been in your role, but thoughts about going from different authorities to others.
Yeah. Well, I certainly think that it's an opportunity for an experienced individual to help another authority that's in trouble. So, I mean, I really don't have a whole lot to say about that. And I think that if there's someone that has experience and that can help to resolve the issues, that, hey, they should give it a shot.
All right. And then that second part of that question about seniors, dang it, y'all need to talk about what y'all gonna do for the elders in the community.
Yes.
Dr. Kauser, you got some feedback?
I do have some feedback, and I do want to say that early on in our communication today and, during the show, I did talk about seniors. I talked about families and creating safe places for them, but specifically for our seniors, I would make sure to connect resources for our seniors. I would make sure that the seniors had access to services and just different programming that the seniors would really want. The number one thing that I think is important is asking the seniors, what is it that you want? How can I assist you? Because I don't know. I'm not a senior just yet. I plan to be one
I can't
one
tell
day.
what that fan you got. Y'all, she had her fan blowing on the whole time, y'all.
I plan to be one day.
I'm just messing with you.
That's okay. But
my fan is over here.
But I just want to make sure that if the Lord willing, having me in this position again, I will create that opportunity for our seniors to share what it is that they want.
All right, Mr. Jordan.
Oh yeah, seniors. That is a major. Those are major people. I try to help all people, but seniors have been in my mindset, in my process for all the years that I've been in housing. And why? My great grandmothers, my great uncles, all of them helped raise me. And so when I got into the housing industry, I have always built a great relationship with seniors. And so, as I mentioned, the monthly meetings are not just with regular families. It's going to be at senior buildings as well. And if whatever a senior asks asks about or needs to get done, I will make sure that gets done very quickly.
All right, folks. So with that, that's our time. I am going to respect it because they have other things that they are doing as a part of this process. So I first of all would like to thank Charlotte Hazlett, who has helped to facilitate and make this possible in terms of this conversation. And one of the things that I did not mention is that I actually have worked on the, what is it called?
The Executive Search Committee.
Executive Search Committee as a part of this process. So I have seen these candidates' resumes come through, and it is a pleasure to be able to actually see you both in person. But to remind people, you have another opportunity to weigh in, to meet these individuals in person. The resident and community member meeting happening tomorrow from 6 to 7 p.m. over at Hillside Family Resource Center. We also have the QR code that is still on our screen for another few minutes that you can, and in fact, I'll see if we can just leave it up for the rest of the show so that you can log on to that QR code and give any feedback that you have about the candidates. If there's some questions that didn't get asked that you think, at that public meeting tomorrow, and I can pass them to folks that are going to be doing the public meeting to possibly ask those questions if you cannot attend. But I just want to thank you both so much for applying because you have options and you they're much easier jobs, I'm sure. Even though these are lifelong work in some cases, they're easier jobs. And so anybody that's interested in helping our city, we are appreciative and thankful for the folks that find us important enough to come check us out. So I just want to say thank you. And family, remember, you cannot complain about the process if you're not going to be engaged in the process. To the callers that called in with questions, I appreciate y'all. Show up tomorrow, though. Whether you live in the housing authority or not, this impacts all of us. And we want to make sure that our most vulnerable population have the very, very, very best people in leadership helping to make sure lives are better. So with that being said, thank you both so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. You good back there? Yeah, the commissioner. I got the commissioner sitting on my shoulder. She's like, all right, you good, you ready. All right, family, I got one more thing coming up after the break. Michelle Bryant, WNOV, 860 AM, 106.5 FM. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. The last few minutes of the show, I wanted to spend. I had a number of people that reached out to me about an interview that I did a little while back with Mr. William Pierce, who is the mind behind the sounds of gospel. And folks were asking about ticket availability, and it got me thinking that it was necessary. And I had said even then, the first time I talked to him, I wanted to circle back, talk to him one more time before the show was actually to play in the city. So I think that we are able to get him with us this morning. Let me just double check and see. Hey, that looks like the man. What's happening, Mr. Pierce?
Hey, you see that glow? You see that glow on me this morning?
You know what? God all over you. I see it. I see it. I see it. How you feeling this morning?
I am feeling great this morning. We just finished up two of the Sound of Gospel, one in Des Moines on Friday, and 2 weeks before that, the one here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Yes.
Oh, so you out here working.
Working. Hey, nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. So we were here working.
Well, look, I had a number of people that had, a real attachment to the conversation that we had about the impetus behind why you created the Sound of Gospel, and particularly with it being Black History Month. When I was in church yesterday listening to my colleague Keith Paris. He's a pastor, and he did a sermon. Be angry, but don't stay on your square. Don't get knocked off your square, basically. And we think about everything that's going on around us, and people trying to figure out what to do with their anger and their frustration, how to channel that, but also what we need to keep us uplifted and encouraged. And we know that throughout history, song has been one of those things that's anchored us a little bit, steadied us, gave us a way to blow off some steam and to provide some hope. And for folks that are like, okay, this is my first time hearing about this, Michelle, can you have a brother just kind of walk us through real quick? So for folks that they missed that interview the last time, but help me also for the folks that are returning, that connection to many of the things that we see happening around us today, and why this is so important.
Yes, I'm glad you asked that. As you mentioned, if you look back at our history, going back to slavery, even Reconstruction, civil rights, songs, as you talked about, songs have always been instrumental and a part of our history. So we want to relive that, not the bad part of that, but the part about the song being a part of our history. So we're going to go all the way back to the 1800s.
In the production?
Yes.
Okay.
We're going all the way back. And that's what people say. This is a play. It's not a play. It's not just a musical. It's an anthology. And as we talked about last time, anthology is it's what we do. We take a genre, it's arts of some type of arts, and what we do, we showcase it all the way throughout its entirety. And so the anthology of gospel music, we're going back to before it was called gospel. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about how, and when I talk, we're going to actually experience, we're going to showcase Africa, West Africa, a song from West Africa, and illustrate how the drum, if you listen to any song, it's that bass drum, and the bass gets they carry the bottom, if you will. James Brown said that bottom. So we want to showcase that, and then we're gonna showcase field songs, work songs, and those call and response. Dr. Watts was a white guy, that wrote a lot of hymns. And you go into the church, you hear a song say Dr. Watts. What we did, we took those songs, those hymns, and we made it our own. I love the Lord, he heard my cry. That song right there, we took that song and made it our own.
Wait. Because first of all, I didn't even know that was a real song.
Yeah, you didn't know.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
let me
Oh,
just tell you, I'm messed up. I'm telling you right now, I'm messed up because when I go to church, especially when I was younger, you didn't know what these people would say. Is, and you're like, oh, okay.
see, that's it.
But I knew it was universal because no matter what black church I went to,
They
particular
sung.
Baptist church, I could hear that happening. So that's based on a real song.
Yes. So Dr. Watts, if you Google Dr. Watts,
Yes, I got them pulled up.
what you have on Dr. Watts? Tell me about Dr. Watts.
Well, first of all, I'm just looking at the catalog of all of these songs that are attributed and credited to him. But and then I had some folks that were music folks who were like, Michelle, how do you not know who Dr. Watts was? Like half the gospel songs we sing,
Dr. Watts.
literally Dr. Watts wrote those songs.
Right.
So you help me out so I don't butcher it. Tell people a little bit about Dr. Watts.
Dr. Watts, he was an English individual who wrote a lot of the hymns, and we took his hymn and we embellished them. You know, like we say, it was a call and response. Someone would lead, a deacon would lead the song, and the congregation would respond to that song. And so we took those because we made those our own, and then we called them Dr. Watts, not attributing to him, but what we, attributing to us as African Americans.
And this guy goes back to the 1600s.
Yes.
He was born in 1674
yes.
and died in 1748. But these songs have stood the test of time,
right,
in terms of praise and worship.
Yes. So when you hear Dr. Watts, people don't know that he was a European.
Right.
And because we made those songs our own. And so we're going to showcase that. You're going to experience how Dr. Watts came into existence. And then Jim Crow. We're going to illustrate how songs were so instrumental in those era and that time, and civil rights. And one of the songs that I love from the civil rights movement is I Ain't Gonna Let Nobody Turn Me Around. So to answer your question, those songs, if you think about those songs, if you all go all the way back to slavery, Wade in the Water. And I know you know the history of that song. So when people
wait. But for folks that don't know the history.
Right. So Wade in the Water. So what they would do when they was escaping. And so if you hear someone say wade in the water, that means it was okay. Because a lot of times when they transition or were trying to escape from slavery, they had to go through water. They had to, because if you're going through the water, it would kill the scent for the dogs who was tracking them.
That's right.
So they would wait and say they heard wade in the water. They would know it was okay. Let's roll. It's time to go. And songs like,
absolutely.
The thing about it, no matter what we went through, we always held on to our history. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child, a long way from home. What home were you talking about? We're talking about two homes. We're talking about the home of Africa and the home in heaven. You see? So it has a dual meaning. Those songs were so instrumental, as I indicated, in our history and giving us hope. And then think about our ancestors. They endured all the atrocities and all the trauma, being taken away from the homeland, but also being taken away from their family while here. And a lot of these songs was written out of pain and suffering.
Somebody is texting me right now. There's like, Michelle, the Watts 100.
So let's fast forward to 1832.
Okay.
1932. Excuse me, 1932. The father of gospel music.
Is
you don't know who that is? We talked about. You don't know who Father Gospel Music is.
I'm a bit of a heathen, so you're gonna have to work for me. So who is considered the father of gospel music?
What I want you to do, I want you to Google the song, and I know, "Precious Lord, Take My Hand."
Okay.
The writer of that song.
I'm doing it right now.
I know. Look, we have an interview, and I'm interviewing you. It just
and I'll take it though. I will take it. And so who wrote the song?
Yes, who wrote it?
Okay. Hang on.
Want me to help you out?
Dorsey.
Thomas Dorsey. Okay. Thomas Dorsey was a jazz musician. I'm sorry, blues. I'm gonna get it right. So people they're gonna fact check me. He's a blues musician, and so he came home. He was traveling, came home and found his wife had died giving childbirth to his daughter.
I knew this. I know. Okay, I remember
Or
this.
not son. You remember that son?
Yes, I remember.
Right, the son. So the mother died, and then the son ended up dying. So what happened is that he wrote "Precious Lord" out of the pain and suffering he experienced. And what do you hear mostly at a funeral? It's "Precious Lord, take my hand."
That's
So
right.
the song was written from pain and suffering. It's also now help us to endure pain and suffering. And who sung that song mostly? The Queen of Gospel, Mahalia Jackson.
Jackson.
Yes.
Okay.
And Dr. King always wanted that song. And then we talk about the Queen. We talk about the Queen of Gospel. Then with Aretha Franklin, how she was instrumental in all those things and how she impacted so many people. So we're gonna experience that. We're gonna actually it's gonna be a most emotional roller coaster. We're gonna take you all the way through. And the thing about it, while we're doing that, there's gonna be imagery on the stage that would also be in line with that era of time. And then they're gonna be dancing. We're talking about ring shouts, going way back. Ring shouts, we brought that from Africa. When they be in a circle and they go around and we're going to experience that as well. So we're going to actually take you through a journey. It's going to be a spiritual and emotional journey we're going to go on. Dancing, singing, music, and imagery, and then add in storytelling. So before we introduce that era, we're going to actually tell you what that era entails.
And this is the thing I think I appreciate the most about it. And on some of this, I'm just my friends are kind of messing with me because they sending me a bunch of stuff. Like, Michelle, I know you know this. Like, and I'm like kind of laughing in my head. Like, a lot of things I do understand, but I'm gonna be honest, because I have a degree in African American history, but I studied the political side of African American history. And so some of the cultural stuff that people think you automatically know, many of us don't know the backstory to the things that we do, the songs that we sing, why we praise the way we do, how gospel music has been used. I do a song at the end of every voting day in Wisconsin. We do an all-day programming to encourage people to go out to vote. I have never ended that show without singing "Ain't Gonna Let Nobody Turn Me Around." I have never ended it. And, but you don't always appreciate why this is important to us. So one of the things that I think is so important about what you're doing is that educational component to helping us understand why we sing the way we sing, why we've embraced these songs, why these things are important. And that's the part I think that has grabbed a lot of people. And folks are like, no, I need to come, not just for the music, but I need to come for the education.
Education. And that's the thing that people don't get. And you remind me of Kirk Franklin's song, "Why Do We Sing?"
Oh, yes.
I want to ask the question, why do we sing when we lift our hands to Jesus? What do it really mean? Exactly. So we're going to find out what it means. And a lot of people, even African American, don't really connect with our history when it comes down to gospel music. So this is educational, inspiring, uplifting. And as you mentioned at the beginning of this, when you ask, how this tie into today, it brings us hope. Because you think about gospel music, the word gospel comes from, it means good news. Okay. And so you're a person that on here, you talk about a lot of things, and it's good news and sometimes bad news. You have to share both. But when you're talking about gospel, the gospel, if you will, it's good news only. And so going back to Thomas Dorsey was embraced by the National Baptist Convention. And that's when he actually introduced gospel music to the world through the National Baptist Convention. We're going to talk about that as well. You're going to experience that. We're going to showcase that. We're going to highlight how that came into existence.
People that are like, okay, I'm sold. I want to be there. Or folks are hitting me up like, are there still tickets available? So what do people need to do? Because this is happening on February 22nd.
That's Sunday. Next Sunday. Yes.
This Sunday.
Yes, coming up.
Yeah, this Sunday coming up at 3 p.m. over at the Bradley Symphony Center, 212 West Wisconsin Avenue. So, how do folks find out about how to get tickets, or where should they go?
They can actually go to the center, Bradley Symphony Center. They can call 414-291-7605. It's 05, so yeah, 057605. That's the box office. They can also go to the soundofgospel.org. The Sound of Gospel.
Okay. So look, I'm laughing because I'm listening to you, but I'm reading the comments, and somebody had in there, Lord, you don't have to move my mountain, and it's so great.
Strength to climb.
Man, but I hear my mama on her way to work, getting up in the morning, like she was putting on her armor, getting ready to walk out that door and go deal with them folks on that job. It is so many ways in which music
Has
just
inspired, yes.
change your attitude, take you from despair, like you said, to hope. So I am hoping that our community will take advantage of this. I mentioned it the last time you were with us. There are folks who had seen the show last year who said, oh no, I done told people, we done bought our tickets. They were letting folks know. One of the most phenomenal things, and even our one of our folks here at the station, he said, Michelle, it's not like anything I've ever seen before.
No, exactly.
So I am excited. I am excited to be able to attend, and hopefully I won't be singing. Let y'all handle it.
Yes, come on. And Sam Cooke. If you think about a lot of the gospel, the R&B, rock and roll. A lot of those people have been inspired by gospel. Sam Cooke. When you think about the ad-lib, the vocal ad-lib, Sam Cooke. Before a change gonna come, Sam Cooke was a part of a gospel group, and you got to come out. You got to come out and see that. So a lot of people who have been so instrumental in R&B and other genre of music, they got their start in gospel. And Rosetta Thorpe, now,
yes,
he inspired so many, Jerry Lee Lewis, Elvis Presley, so many rock and roll individuals, and she broke that barrier. She was the first woman that broke the barrier because of male-dominated industry. You think about, when you think about music and quartets, it was male-dominated. So Miss Rosetta Thorpe, y'all, and I know you not got to know about Rosetta Thorpe over down in Wisconsin. Yeah. But the thing, and also I want to indicate it and also illustrate to people, if you came to see the show last year, there are different elements to the show that we add every year. Just like music in itself evolves, the show evolved to keep up with time. We add some component that's different, and we add several this time. We add some songs with commission. We add, last year we added the Clark sisters, but we added another song by Pastor, I mentioned last time, Pastor Mike, not Jones, but Junior. Pastor Mike Jr. So a lot of different elements of the song. We are the Fifth Jubilees. We had a song about them. They go all the way back down south, the Fifth Jubilees.
And we've had the pleasure of having them perform here in Wisconsin, in Milwaukee.
Yes. So to put this together several years ago, I think it was 2012, I first wrote this. A lot of research. And because I came from a family that was talented and blessed to sing, and God didn't give me all that. He just gave me this aspect of an organization, but I can sing background, but my dad was a great gospel singer, his mother and his aunts as well. So I knew the impact gospel music had on me, and I want to share that experience with the world.
All right, then look, family, this is it. It's happening this Sunday, the Sound of Gospel. We are celebrating Black History Month. This is an incredible way to do that. If you have not gotten tickets, you can reach out to the Bradley Symphony Center. The show is at 3 p.m. on Sunday, so you got time to go to church, get out, get your worship on, and then come have a good time and be educated. Educated about who we are and why we do what we do in relationship to gospel music. Mr. Pierce?
Yes, ma'am.
You may have been the backup singer, But boy, you lead this right now. I tell you, it's a role for everybody to play.
It
And I'm
is.
just so thankful that you took the time to put this whole thing together. And I am looking forward to Sunday.
I hope to see you there.
Oh, I'm in the house. I'm there. I'm in the building. So I will look for you. Everybody else, don't hesitate. Get your tickets. We want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to be exposed and experience this. And I'm gonna tell you, I know that you said for the folks who were coming who had already been, I go back to see Frankie Beverly Mays every year. I don't care what they sing it.
Yes.
All right, thank you, bruh. I appreciate you
Thank
so
you
much,
for having
Mr.
me.
Pierce. All right,
Yes.
family. That's the show for today. Michelle Bryant, WNOV, 860 AM, 106.5 FM. We going to get our praise on Sunday. Going to be educated, and we going to stay strong so we can get this work done. All right, family. That's the show for today. You take care, Mr. Pierce.
You as well.
All right, now.
Bless you.
All right. I'm about y'all. Talk to y'all. Tomorrow. I was going to say next week. Talk to y'all tomorrow.